So earlier this year, Hohem released the version 2, or the iSteady Mobile Plus, which is the newer and improved version from the iSteady Mobile. In this video, we're going to talk about what's actually changed and what's different, and what kind of stayed the same but might have gotten a little better or maybe even a little worse. Coming up. Okay everyone, so thank you for stopping by and checking out this video. Just like the beginning said, we're going to talk about the iSteady Mobile Plus. In this video, I'm going to share with you what I think about it and just the overall results of how it stacks and more or less compares to its older version, the iSteady Mobile. So starting off, the design is going to be almost identical. From a grip standpoint, from a case standpoint, everything looks the same for the most part. However, there are some key changes that have actually improved the functionality and the usability of the iSteady Mobile Plus. So let's go ahead and introduce those to you. That way you know exactly what you're getting into. The iSteady Mobile Plus now has a trigger on the back side of the gimbal, which might not seem like a big deal, but at the same time, if you're using this gimbal quite often or quite frequently, then chances are it's getting uncentered and you need to recenter or recalibrate that. So in order to use that trigger to recenter it, you're going to simply double tap the trigger and you should see it recenter. If you don't, it might be easy for you to change the modes and put it into pan follow, which is mode 1, and then give the trigger a double tap and you should see it recenter. Another key feature that it's going to have is inception mode. So in order to use inception mode, it's quite simple. You put your gimbal into mode 4, which is 4 presses, and then once your gimbal is in mode 4, then you're simply going to pull the joystick back. Then you're going to simply take the joystick left or right, whichever way you want to turn it. They did upgrade the degrees that the gimbal will actually turn, so it now turns 600 degrees. So that's almost 2 full spins around, and if you're using inception mode, 2 full spins is more than enough. So you shouldn't have a problem using that mode and to be able to capture the video that you want to capture out of that. While we're talking about modes, you can see right here on the pad, you're going to have mode 1, which is pan follow. You're going to have mode 2, which is pan tilt follow. Have mode 3, which is all lock. And then you're going to have mode 4, which is going to be all follow. So pan follow, your pan motion is going to follow. Pan tilt follow, your tilt and your pan is going to follow. And when I say follow, whichever way you turn your gimbal, that's what it's going to do. Mode 3 is going to be all lock, so all axes are locked. So you'll be able to get a nice centered movement. And then mode 4 is going to be all follow, so tilt, everything's going to follow you for the most part. You can see right next to that you have your W and your T, which is going to be zoom in and zoom out. Most devices are supported with this. I was having problems with the last app, and I'm glad to see that they actually fixed it on this app. And then right next to it, you can see you have your camera and your recorder button, as well as your power button. So if you hold it for 3 seconds, your device will power on and or power off. And if you tap power or record button right there, then you'll take a picture. If you double tap it, then you will start your video. If you double tap it again, you will end your video. So pretty self-explanatory. On the side of the gimbal, you're going to have your USB slot. It's going to come with a power bank in case you need it for your device. It also comes with the charging port on that same side, so the micro USB is going to be for in order to charge the gimbal, and then the regular USB 2.0 is going to be a power bank. It also comes with a 1/4-inch thread mount right there on the side, and then of course you have your tripod mount on the bottom. None of that has changed from version 1 of this gimbal to the Plus version. That should all be pretty standard to you. However, if you're going up top to the motors itself and to the gimbal up top, these have been improved drastically. So they've actually made the gimbal a lot more stable, and it's actually enabled you to capture a lot more smooth video. And so all in all, whenever you're comparing it to its predecessor or the version 1 of the gimbal, of the iSteady Mobile, this is a great improvement from this year versus last year. Like I said, the trigger itself is going to be a huge selling factor because most name brand gimbals are adding that trigger for that recentering purpose. And the fact that Hohem actually took the initiative and upgraded their form is a great feature to have. I will also say there's a sport mode by using the trigger. So if you press the trigger and hold it, it'll actually take it into sport mode, and that'll give your motors just a little bit more sensitivity when it comes to the response rate. So if you're capturing, we'll say sports, skateboarding, anything that has a lot of movement, you should have no problem keeping up with that movement whenever you're in sport mode. Like I said, everyone, this is a great gimbal. It's awesome to see Hohem actually like I said, take the initiative and upgrade their device in order to compete with the market that's out there. The case hasn't changed. It still has the soft shell that's kind of hard case. I haven't had any problems with the version 1, so I assume I'm not going to have any problems with the version 2. The battery lights are still on the side. The grip is still the same. And everything else, like I said, is pretty much the same. That's going to be the comparison on these two gimbals, guys. Like I said, this is version 1 and this is version 2. The difference in version 2 is the trigger, of course, as well as the motors, the durability of them. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section down below. And if you like the video, please smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post videos just like this once a week. As always, guys, I will see you in the next one. Later.